Attention, high school and post-secondary students across Canada. You have a chance to win a scholarship that covers full tuition valued at up to $100,000 by entering Energy Creates. Energy Creates is a nationwide contest where you showcase your brilliance and compete by creating artistic works that demonstrate how the Canadian energy sector creates a better way of life for you, your fellow Canadians, and people around the world. Visit energycreates.com for full contest details.
Matthew Embry is working on a major campaign to encourage the next generation of students aged 15 to 25 to learn about the science and facts surrounding the growing demand for electricity and how we will meet this demand. He has also been able to raise $500,000 in scholarships for students who enter their names in the contest. Joining me now is Matthew Embry, the creator of this campaign. Matthew, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for doing this.
So perhaps let's just start out here. What is Energy Creates? Can you tell us a little bit about this campaign that you created?
Sure. Energy Creates is a nationwide contest for people where we're giving away full scholarships of up to $100,000 for young people aged 15 to 25 who want to participate in it.
And so perhaps speak a little bit about the eligibility criteria in order for someone to enter or to potentially win the contest.
Sure. For Canadian students who want to do this, what they do is they go to energycreates.com, you log in, and you watch a documentary that I wrote and directed called Global Warming. Then you answer a quiz on the content of the film, and then students get to upload their own creative work that for them, like their ideas, shows their concepts of the impact of the Canadian energy sector. Now, they could have a short film, a song, a poem, an essay, a sculpture, anything creative, and that's how you win. That's how the contest works.
And of course, you mentioned that you're a filmmaker. You've made a documentary on global warming. Why did a filmmaker such as yourself create a scholarship contest like we're talking about here?
Well, here's something interesting. So way back in my past, I won a beer commercial contest that was put on by Molson or Labatt. I can't remember which one. And it was a contest about drinking and driving. And so you had to upload your own commercial. And I found the process really great because I could engage in the concepts and the idea. I love the creative nature of it. And I had made a film about the Canadian energy sector. We do many things in that. We tackle the economy. We look at Indigenous issues. We look at issues around global warming and climate change, energy security. So these are really important ideas. And I wanted to take that same kind of critical approach for students to be able for them to dig into the issues and then make their own creation.
And perhaps let's talk a little bit about that documentary that you made. Why did you decide to make a documentary about the Canadian energy sector itself?
Well, energy is so important to our way of life and our standard of living. And I'm from Calgary. So, the energy industry is a big thing here in Alberta, and I grew up in it. And, I saw things in the media and in the world where issues around energy were becoming so polarized and dramatic. And I wanted to make, a really balanced film about the Canadian energy sector, how we impact the globe, and to have a conversation where it's not, us versus them. And I've got two teenagers, and I want to show people that we have a really hopeful and exciting future. And that's the film I wanted to make, to maybe dispel some of the doom and gloom narratives.
And so, of course, your movie, again, talking about your documentary here, what does it, I guess, entail, and what should viewers expect if they decide to tune in?
Well, our the goal of making our documentary was to create the most balanced film in regards to issues that surround the Canadian energy sector. And so I think people are going to get, a behind the scenes look at some really interesting environments. We go behind the scenes, the UN Climate Change Conference. We go behind the scenes, the US Congress. We're embedded with key characters on both sides of the climate change debate. We also shine a spotlight on science that doesn't really, get the mainstream media attention or heard that often. So I think people are going to be on a bit of a ride around the world and learn why the Canadian energy sector is so important, not just for us Canadians, but for the entire world.
And just lastly here, we have about 30 seconds left, but why is this campaign and the actual message so important to you personally?
Well, I'm an optimist. And I really want young people today to feel excited and encouraged about an incredible future and to be excited about being in Canada and proud to be Canadians. I also want young people to be able to be creative and to foster creativity. And we're giving away a no strings attached scholarship. So students have the ability to approach it critically, to challenge me, to challenge themselves, and hopefully to challenge the nation.
All right, we'll leave it there. Matthew Embry, thank you so much.
Thank you for doing this.